Floyd Mayweather G checks Spence versus Crawford. False information. Alright, so a few questions come to mind when you think about Floyd Mayweather's relationship with Terence Bud Crawford. Number one is, what's the relationship like between Floyd Mayweather and Al Haymon? Are they still on the same page? And number two is Floyd Mayweather trying to compete with Al Haymon by signing Terence Bud Crawford or attempting to sign Terence Bud Crawford? Because it seems to me like there has to be some type of rift. Because every time, I know they're business partners and it would be weird for your business partner to start competing with you, especially when they have interest in the same business. But it does seem like Floyd Mayweather has a vested interest in Terence Crawford for some reason over Errol Spence Jr., who is the unified champion. You would think that having the unified champion under your banner, you would be promoting your fighter. Why isn't Floyd Mayweather promoting Errol Spence Jr. more, yet he's going after Terence Crawford trying to sign him, and Terence Crawford is the biggest rival to Errol Spence Jr. and the PBC. Not only that, he's calling the PBC's dealings shady. So if you read between the lines, you would have to think that there's something going on between Floyd Mayweather, PBC, and Al Haymon. I also want to bring up the question of, is Floyd Mayweather trying to compete with Al Haymon? Let's just say that they're not on the up and up, and Floyd Mayweather has his stable of fighters. Al Haymon has the PBC and his stable of fighters, which Floyd Mayweather has stock in. But it seems more like Floyd Mayweather wants to compete with Al Haymon's stock of fighters over him just promoting the company for what it is. I don't understand it. I never did understand why there was PBC and Mayweather Promotions. Why aren't they just one entity? So I bring up this question. Is it in Terence Crawford's best interest to have Floyd Mayweather attempting to sign him? Or would it be in his best interest to sign with Floyd Mayweather, being that he's so closely related to PBC? Because I can only see it as two things. Either Mayweather is trying to sucker Terence Crawford in by signing him to Mayweather Promotions, and Mayweather's going to feed him to Errol Spence Jr., or there's a rift between Al Haymon and Floyd Mayweather and PBC, and Floyd Mayweather wants to get his own champion, Terence Bud Crawford, and perhaps get a piece of that super fight, because that's the only way. Perhaps they're trying to cut him out of the super fight. I always wonder, what percentage of every fight does Floyd Mayweather actually make money off of? And is there a double jeopardy going on when Mayweather fighters go up against PBC fighters? How does that even work? I don't understand that. Does Mayweather get a piece of the pie on both ends? Does he get a piece of the Mayweather Promotions fighter and he gets a piece of the Al Haymon fighter / PBC fighter? It's funny when it comes to the Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford fight. It seems like both sides just want to be right. It doesn't matter about fact-checking the information you put out. It doesn't matter where the information came from. As long as you feel like the information benefits your side of the conversation, everybody just wants to be right. Because what we do know is he's not making any excuses for Errol Spence Jr. He's not trying to push the line for Errol Spence Jr. He's not backing what Errol Spence Jr. is saying. He's mainly backing what Terence Crawford's been saying. And now he's going at ESPN because he's saying that they are spreading false truths about what's really going on. The false information that is being spread as a whole is kind of ridiculous. And, Mayweather is the king of bait and switch. So I don't see why he would have a problem with people profiting from false information unless he himself was trying to profit off of the information that's being spread. Now, I've said in the past that I feel like ESPN is still in the Terence Crawford business, and that they are sidelined negotiating with Terence Crawford. And I feel like, once again, Mayweather trying to get Terence Crawford to come over to Mayweather Promotions could be a setup, or it could be that there's a rift going on between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Al Heyman. Floyd Mayweather wants a piece of this fight any and every way that he can by signing Terence Bud Crawford. I don't know, I'm not in the inner circle of PBC or Mayweather Promotions or TBC Promotions, so I couldn't tell you what's exactly going on. I can only give you what I feel, and it feels like something fishy is going on. The information that's being spread, and it's being spread by fighters, fight camps, promoters, and television companies. All the talking that's being done about this fight is mainly from bloggers, vloggers, YouTube channels, and other social media platforms. And it only stands to benefit the biggest channels. It only stands to benefit the people with the loudest voice, because the small channels, whether our opinions are unbiased or factual, or whether we're reporting the real news, it's hard to compete with a giant. I think Floyd Mayweather is the wrong one to step in and fix this situation. It took him, 6 years to complete the Manny Pacquiao contract? So I don't think he's in any position to help anybody in a negotiating room, because it seemed like all he did was start even more problems when it came to the Pacquiao fight. He never did try to give a better solution. He only caused more problems. So if I was Terence Crawford, I definitely wouldn't sign with Mayweather, and I definitely wouldn't have him handling my business behind the scenes. It is of my belief or knowledge that I think Terence Crawford and ESPN are really the ones negotiating the fight behind the scenes. So it's just getting ridiculous at this point. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that down in the comment section below. Hit that like button for me. Share. Subscribe. Holler at me on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You're more than likely to get a response on the tube. And we are not a hand.
I ain't even gotta do too much talking, cause I know what's gonna happen come Saturday. Yeah. Is you ready for me?